Hey everyone, this isn't really going to be a usual update video where I just talk about my current life situation and the decrease in video posts. It's more of a confession and even a little bit of an apology as to why the decrease in video posts have been happening within the last couple of years. And also, I kind of just want to give you guys a reminder as to why I'm even still doing this. But before we get to that, I need to go back and explain the evolution of what this channel has pretty much been within the last decade. Back when this channel was in its prime, I had the full intention of making this channel not just about me, but also making the channel very group-based. Hence the reason why my friends and I created the Nano Gang. It was pretty much a way to come together as friends and to create YouTube videos for fun. And that was pretty much the core of the channel, which was fun. And as we got older into high school, the crew and I slowly started losing more and more time. The only ones who have stuck around, obviously, have been the ones that you guys have seen in recent videos, which were Jason and AJ, which, by the way, love you guys so much for that. Thank you so much. And in 2020, things were even harder when we were all separated from each other, and there began fallouts of what was the last bit of what was left of us. And during that year, I made the hard decision of taking the channel and then just making it my own. No one's help, just me. I didn't want to burden anyone anymore about the video work because to them, it was less of a passion and more so an inconveniency of being a friend. So I took off with the channel and I tried to figure out what I could do next. Later down in 2021, I created 917.3, I hit a 10-year mark, and I was actually beginning to find a love for the channel again. And then in 2022, I decided to take the channel into a completely fresh direction, and that was to aim the audience towards kids. And honestly, I had a lot of fun during that time. I was constantly making videos, I created the Nano World series, and I was actually starting to understand what it meant to be a YouTuber. And as we know after that, later came my move. And although it was just a move to some people, to me, it was leaving behind who I was as Nanonuke17. It was hard to imagine taking this brand new identity that I just found for Nanonuke17 and then bringing it into a place that didn't represent who I was whatsoever. I was lost for a really long time, and that's when I just started deciding to make whatever videos. From then on, that's what led it towards now. Inconsistent uploads, plans being delayed, and overall just the quality of the content started lowering. The total core of my channel was crushed, and no matter how many times I tried to bring it back, I always fell back down the same route. And for that, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to follow through with everything that I've promised you guys, like Nano World Season 2 and the canceled Vein series that didn't happen. And I'm sure hundreds of other things that I promised that just didn't happen. Truth is, I've just been using a lot of my time for outside career stuff, like finding jobs, finishing school, moving stuff. Being an adult is freaking hard. But the thing is, it wasn't even just time itself for being the reason why the inconsistent uploads. The reason why was mainly because my creativity was losing. Juggling these outside struggles, managing relationships and family time, and overall just taking care of all the responsibilities that I have in my life, they all started having an effect on my overall energy and even my health. And the side effects ended up including bad upload schedules. You know, I really didn't understand why so many of my favorite YouTubers, once they got older, they either went on hiatus or they completely decided to leave YouTube. I was like, why? If you love doing it, then why not keep doing it? Yeah, I understand why now. But the difference with me is that I don't want to give up. I don't want to leave the platform, but I also can't keep pretending like I can still be the person that I need to be for this channel to keep going. So you're probably wondering, what now then? What do I do? And the truth is, I think for myself, I need to let go of a lot of unnecessary things going on in my outside life so that I can focus on the things that I actually want to do in my life. Like focusing on my creative energy, working on a career that I actually like, and overall just focusing on who I am and not about who I should be. So I think for me, the first step would be to do just that. But while I do that, I also want to make sure that I'm focusing on doing things that actually draw my attention and my mind towards stuff. Starting with this video. I actually wanted to make this video. I literally set up lights and used my my professional camera just to create this video. And, that says a lot for me. I want to actually keep this energy for you guys and for further uploads. So for the next and further on uploads that I decide to post, I'm going to be uploading them with intention like this and not just for the sake of schedule. I also want to think ironically less of what this channel should be and more about how I'm actually feeling. The whole kids content thing was fun, but I think that I could definitely do better and aim for a higher audience than just children. I think the convention vlogs are something that you guys are actually interested in, seeing the views and seeing how much, attention that it draws. Maybe I'll keep doing that. Anyway, I know this wasn't really an entertaining upload by any means, but it was definitely a video that's been long overdue, and I have no excuse for it. I love this channel still very much, and if there is one thing that I can promise, it's that I'm never going to change for anyone. This channel is what started my career in creating movies and making stories, and without it, I think I would lose a huge part of my identity with it. With that being said, I hope you guys have found some sort of purpose with watching this video, and maybe even a bit of inspiration when you're put in a situation in life when you're put in between a rock and a hard place. And the only thing that you can do from that situation is to move the rock. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and for whatever audience is, still attracted to what I do. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Now Nuke17 here, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.